Hello everybody, welcome to this video where I'm going to talk about Brexit and especially about what does Brexit means to the citizens of European Union. There's many videos and many articles on the internet and here on YouTube that talk about Brexit, but I find them very unpractical and even silly. They talk about politics, they talk about possibilities, what can happen, and no one is sure about anything in there. Some of these videos are very old, so they are not up to what's happening today. And especially, I find there's no information about what Brexit will really mean for those citizens of European Union who live in the United Kingdom or who are still planning to move to United Kingdom. So I want to touch this topic in this video. So before we begin, let's make it clear that on January 29, 2020, this year, UK left European Union, but not fully. So-called transition period started on this day, and this transition period will end on the last day of this year, 2019. Transitional period means that while during the transitional period UK is practically still part of European Union, except just their MPs who were in European Union Parliament in Brussels are not there anymore. But everything else is almost the same. If you are a citizen of any European Union country and you live in the UK, you have probably noticed, or you will notice very soon if you look for it and if you Google it, that there is few options there for you in terms of how to remain in the UK. If you lived in the United Kingdom for less than 5 years in last years, I mean, from what I saw, even if it was 5 years not consecutively, and if it happened in last 10 years, you are still at least 5 years will still count. So if you manage to live in total for last 5 years in the United Kingdom and you are from European Union, you will need to apply online for your assessment for your status, and you will be granted permanent residency in the United Kingdom. So after the transition period is over, and UK will be no longer accepting European Union citizens as it used to until now for settling here, you will be still fine to stay here because you will be a permanent resident of United Kingdom. If you lived in the United Kingdom for less than 5 years, then you will be granted temporary residence. When you reach 5 years after being a temporary resident, you will be granted a permanent residency in the future, and then eventually you can also apply for British passport. If you are now watching this video and we are in this transitional period which started on January 29 and will end on December 31st, 2019, and you want to come to the United Kingdom and work and live here, you can still do that. You can come to this country, you can get yourself an accommodation, and you can look for work in here. You are even entitled for different kind of benefits for you and your family and your children when you arrive here. So you are treated the same as if you were a British citizen, except you are not allowed to vote in any elections. So this is still applying in a transitional period on you, and you would be then granted from what I said, a temporary residence in the UK with the possibility to prolong it and extend it and get a permanent residence in the UK in the future. So if you want to come and live in the UK after January 1st, 2021, then there will be completely different conditions applying to your situation. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson said that the United Kingdom wants to take an example from Canada when they will be drawing their immigration policies for the future, which will apply also to European Union citizens. It would be better for the people if the UK actually copied or got inspired by a Swiss immigration policy. Switzerland is not part of European Union, is it though a European country? But I believe, because Boris Johnson doesn't speak much German, which is an official language in Switzerland, it is easier for him go and take the advice from Canada, where he can communicate in English. And as Canada is a part of former British Empire, they have decided to go with Canada. So if they go, which they will probably do, by the example of Canada, what we can expect from January 1st, 2021 is quite strict rules when it comes to being able to be granted residency, permanent residency in the United Kingdom for citizens of European Union. You will most likely, same like in Canada, have to go through a lengthy and complicated immigration process, which will require you to pass the language test and get certain amount of points. Then get extra points if you manage to get a work contract before arriving to the UK. Points for your education, of level of your education, so it will be a point system. You will have to score a certain amount of points to qualify as an immigrant, as a permanent residency immigrant in the UK. What else? You will have to pass your medical, and you will get extra points for family members you are bringing with you, and so on. So this is Canadian system. So it might be quite hard for some who don't speak very well English, very well, but as you can see, it might be tricky. Also, they are saying now here in the newspapers, there is information that the job you are applying for, you will have to have the annual salary offer for in the height of at least of £25,000 annually. Many jobs that European Union citizens used to do here were paid much lower than that, so it might be difficult for unskilled workers from European Union to come to the UK and get a residency here from the next year. If United Kingdom went with the example of Switzerland, it would be following. United Kingdom, you would be able to come to the UK, search for work, get a job offer or job contract. With your job contract, you would have no problem to find an accommodation, a rent, and with your rental agreement and your job contract, you would go to the local town or city hall, where you would be granted certain type of residency, either permanent or temporary, based on the length of your work contract. That's how it works in Switzerland. But unfortunately, it looks like UK is going to copy Canadian way, and the process might be more complicated. I forgot to say that to apply to get permanent residency in Canada, if the UK does the same, you will be required also to produce show money, which will probably be at least £10,000 per family, that you will have to have in your bank account statement to show that you can look after yourself at the beginning when you move to the UK. So this is what we know so far. I hope this gave you some clarity and some light onto this topic. If you have any other information or if there are any updates in the future, please upload the links and your comments under this video. If you like the video, please give it a thumb up and share it with your friends. Please also feel free to subscribe to my channel and watch other interesting videos that I have created and I'm creating every day for you guys. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful, fantastic day. Thank you.